my comments are all regarding the TPA, and I'm very glad that this is preliminary because I agree with what's been said by several of my colleagues that we're way off track here, and I'm concerned that we're not listening to the public. Let's put it into context. The TPA is about 6.8% of Loudoun County. 67% of that is already built out or otherwise undevelopable. 33% remains if we go with a zero open space. Obviously, we're not going to do that. The minimum that's being discussed right now is 50%. If we're at 50% open space, we're talking about 3,786 acres or 16.5% of the TPA that could be modified. That's about 1.135% of the county. If we're at between 50 and 70% open space, then we're only talking about 3,305 acres or about 14.5% of the TPA that could possibly be modified. So that's a little less than 1% of all of Loudoun County. So while we're only talking about, I think, 1%, about 1% plus or minus, that 1% is very important to a lot of folks and a lot of us up here as well. And again, I think we're definitely on the wrong track right now, and I hope we can correct that. I envision something more like, it's like village-like clusters of mixed-use walkable communities on smaller lots, and village-like with surrounding village-like town center, retail and commercial, and that would be surrounded by publicly accessible, and that's the key, open space, not private open space, privately owned open space. And in those open spaces, which would hopefully have trails and be interconnected as much as possible, we would have active and recreational type uses for the public to enjoy. We're talking about 1% or less of the county here in the TPA that we want to change. Let's do something positive with it. Let's do something great with it, and let's do something that the people can benefit from and can use. So I don't like the talk of reducing the open space from anywhere from 50 to 70 down to 50. I don't like the talk of putting all of the affordable housing in the TPA. I think it works better when we sprinkle it throughout the county, all parts of the county. You don't jam it all down in one part of the county that's already in gridlock and you can't get out of there. We're not going to fix those roads to the point we could put all this density in there anytime in the near future. And even if we did, we still wouldn't want to put all that density in there. But we do need to improve our roadways in the TPA, especially the safety of them. And we got an item coming forward later tonight where we'll be beginning that process.